The second altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today, guys, is going to be Theta. Theta token coming through there. Overall, we have seen quite a bit of confidence coming through from Theta after seeing that low being set in July. You can see the level of support that has been formed along this zone, really quite strong. Now, the reason why this is chosen my second altcoin of the day today is because you can see we're getting ever so close to that level of support again, guys. If we are going to come to this level of support, we could either be looking at a breakdown or a very nice bounce scenario coming through there. We can see the support that we have on this zone. It's actually really quite good, really quite attractive. So this is definitely a bounce point that we can be looking for. Now, in terms of a breakdown scenario, because you know we like to weigh up all options here, guys, just in case, you can see that we do have an insane measure move to the downside, which is seriously unrealistic, right? So we'll get rid of that, right? So yeah, let's go on the most recent downtrend coming through here, guys, and that's probably going to be something along the lines of this, guys, and that's still going to be really quite progressive there, bringing us down to this horizontal at around $3.63. That obviously, guys, I don't think we're going to be getting down there. It's really, obviously, it's the daily as well. We're still in these uptrends. We're still setting higher lows here. In order to do that, we would need to lose this level of support, lose this major horizontal at $5.83, and also break out of that symmetrical triangle there, and also invalidate this higher low. So yeah, it's very unlikely that we are going to see lower prices like that. But that is the breakdown scenario to be looking out for. In terms of this ascending triangle, as you can see, we do have an ascending triangle inside of that symmetrical triangle, guys. Another piece of information that we can be using here, we do potentially have a measure move to the downside from there, going on the most recent downtrend, guys, not going greedy. If we're going greedy, like I know a lot of traders do it like this, a massive measure move like that. For me personally, I made 10 times more money doing it like this, right? 10 times more money doing it non-greedy, non-ambitious, and just banking as much profit as I can on the way. It's just 10 times more, make 10 times more money, and it's a lot less trappy and a lot more reliable, right, in terms of measure moves. But in terms of a price target for that measure move, yes, it would be looking like we are going to be breaking this symmetrical triangle there. But to be honest, we just look really congruent for a bounce here. So you can see the level of support that we have on this horizontal. As you can see here, I'm going to get that plotted in for you in a sec, guys. Because as you can see, that's around $5.84 there. So yeah, I do reckon that is definitely be a bounce point there. You can see how much we bounced along that zone for Theta token there on the daily. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to see actually if we are going to actually head down to this zone again, because we didn't quite test it, but it'd be very interesting to see if we can do that, right? If we can bounce up from there, not bad at all. It's kind of a cold zone, right? It's really quite cold. You can just see the support that has been formed there. So there could be a bounce position that you guys could be looking for there, because we know about the support of this symmetrical triangle. We know about the support of this horizontal here. The likelihood of us coming down to these lower prices like this in terms of a nice big wave here is pretty unlikely. So yeah, it could be a nice 10% move to the upside from there, if obviously Bitcoin dominance is going to carry on trending down as well. That's another sign that we can be using there. Interesting stuff coming through there for Theta. Now, jumping down to the shorter term timeframes to see what's really going on there. I mean, obviously, we did have this insane sell-off coming through on November the 10th sort of area there. Obviously, Bitcoin did behave pretty badly there as well, but you can see the wick to the downside of there. You can see the wick to the downside from there. But you can see it's a wick, guys. You can see these buying back sort of scenarios. You can see there is confidence in the air for Theta, right? You can see people are waiting to actually accumulate here. They're buying up these dips fairly aggressively. So it's actually gonna be really interesting to see where this daily candle actually closes, right? Because if we do get a daily candle close back inside this ascending triangle, it's actually going to be very bullish, right? It's going to be very bullish for another bounce to the upside, right? Because as you can see, we've got a heavy level of support here, heavy level of support here, heavy level of support here. So it is looking really quite nice for Theta to actually bounce up from this zone. But I would just say, let's just wait, see where the daily closes, because we might actually see a bit of a buyback scenario coming through there, because people are really seriously buying the dip right now, right? You can see overall in terms of altcoins and stuff like that, we are seeing a nice recovery. Like Bitcoin's back up to 60K now. It's going to be a nice, I think it's going to be a nice sort of recovery, right? We were talking about losing 58K there for Bitcoin, but it's looking pretty good, right? Looking pretty good. It seems the retail money, guys, the dumb money coming through, right, is actually buying up the markets, which is really quite nice to see. But yeah, that's pretty much Theta tokens summed up, guys. A couple of things to be looking out for would be when we do get that daily close. If we can get it, we're still going to be below the 200 EMA here on the 4-hour, which is actually a very strong level of support, as you can see here, guys. If we can get above that, daily close above that, it's going to be looking a lot more progressive to the upside, and vice versa with all the other moving averages as well. But yeah, that is going to be your daily update. Second altcoin of the day today, Theta.